Hey everyone, Marc Saltzman here, taking a look at the new Apple iPad. No, it's not called the iPad 3, nor is it the iPad HD, but it is Apple's third generation tablet that does have a number of improvements over its predecessor, even though at first glance you might think it looks an awful lot like the iPad 2, and it does, but until you look at it a little bit more closely and start to use it, you'll see and notice the key differences. So let's discuss in 5 minutes or less what those are. All right, number one is the much better looking screen. Still the 9.7-inch display, but it is a Retina display, as Apple calls it, similar to what's in the iPhone 4 and iPhone 4S. This refers to the fact that the human eye cannot see the individual pixels or the little dots that make up the image. So text looks super crisp, images are bright. Let me show you what I'm referring to here. So let's just go to a website here. You cannot see any of those little jaggies. The text is super dark and crisp, and let me see if you can get an idea of that here. It really is something to look at, and no other tablet that I've seen looks this good. There's also 44% greater color saturation, so pictures look great. These are some photos that I took with the iPad 3 or iPad. By the way, it does have a better camera, a 5-megapixel camera that can now shoot 1080p video. This is some photos that I took in New York City, Times Square. Beautiful quality. The camera, by the way, in the iPad 2 is something I often complained about. It wasn't even 1 megapixel, so the photos look very grainy. So going back to the screen, it's a Retina display. It's got 4 times the resolution as the iPad or iPad 2 screen. It even has 1 million more pixels than your HD TV. So truly high resolution, great for not only text, but photos, videos, and games. It looks just amazing. This web camera that I'm talking to right now will not do it justice. So if you're near an Apple store, be sure to pick it up and take a look at it, and you'll understand what I mean. We also touched on the better camera, 5-megapixel rear camera, yet it does have the same front-facing FaceTime camera for video calling. You can also use it with other apps like Skype, and it's the same camera as last year. Not the best quality, but good enough for video calling, but a much better camera on the back. All right, the third main feature behind screen and camera is LTE, or 4G speeds. Long-term evolution is the next generation in wireless speeds, and this means you are now getting cellular wireless connectivity on your tablet that rivals, if not exceeds, your home internet connection. So theoretical speeds are up to 75 megabit per second downloads. Real world speeds are a little bit smaller than that, yet it's still very impressive in cities that support 4G LTE. Throughout the US, there's a few different markets that AT&T and Verizon are catering to. In Canada, all of our 3 major carriers, Bell, Mobility, TELUS, and Rogers, have different cities supporting the wireless speeds, but very fast overall. So let's, for example, go to, let's say, CNN.com, and you'll see right away it starts here. Actually, I'm on Wi-Fi right here, but so all of the models have Wi-Fi, but as you know, you can purchase a 4G LTE ready iPad as well, which will take a little SIM card. Data plans in Canada start at about $15 for 250 megabytes of data, and they go up to about $35 for 5 gigabytes of data. Bell Mobility, that being said, they do have a $5 for 10 megabyte plan, but you can blow through that very easily just by email with attachments and some web browsing. But very fast speed. So this is something that I've really enjoyed. In the city of Toronto, for example, I'm getting super fast download speeds and upload speeds as well. So ideal for web browsing, downloading, and streaming. So 4G is a big one. Another feature is voice dictation. So it's not quite Siri, which is of course the voice activated personal assistant in the iPhone 4S, but it does let you dictate emails, text messages. You can use your voice for web searches. You can make notes with your voice. Something Android's been able to do for a while, but it does work very well on the iPad. So what you're going to see here is now a little microphone in the corner so right beside the space bar on any app, Apple or third-party app that has a keyboard option. You can now tap and talk, and it will transcribe your voice, so voice to text. So let me give you an example of that. This is a review of the new iPad, period. I think it's pretty awesome, comma, don't you, question mark. All right, so let me hold that up to you. So you can see it's very fast and very accurate. So it is, as you can see, that was 100% accuracy right there. So it works fast. There is a catch. You need an internet connection for the voice dictation to work, just like Siri. So you need cellular connectivity or Wi-Fi in order for that to work. So those are the key features. There's also a better processor. It's the new dual-core A5X processor from Apple, now with quad-core graphics. So running games, very smooth. It loads fast, it runs quickly. Even just even touching and tapping and swiping is even faster and more responsive, and you'll notice. So those are the key features of the new iPad. But again, as with other Apple products, the magic is really in experiencing it yourself, actually getting your hands on it and trying it out. So I really encourage you to do that, whether it's at a friend's house or to go to an Apple store and try out the new iPad. There isn't much to complain about. It is a bit heavier than the first two iPads. It's 1.44 pounds or 1.46 pounds for the 4G plus Wi-Fi version. And it's also a slightly bit thicker than the last one, but still great battery life, 10 hours on Wi-Fi, and about 8.5 to 9 hours on 4G LTE. So overall, a great package and a great ecosystem with iTunes integration, AirPlay, iCloud, and of course, almost 600,000 apps to download. There's really a lot going for it, and the hardware ecosystem as well, all the different accessories. So there you have it. That is a short look at the new iPad. I'm Marc Saltzman. Thanks for watching.